Hi, this is Professor CC19, and welcome to Part 2 of Event 10 of the 2018 Summer Marble Algolympics, The Collision. Now, if you haven't seen Part 1 yet, stop the video now and go down to the description. You will find the link for Part 1 so you can be caught up on which teams finished where. But if you have seen Part 1, you will know that I needed to review the footage at the end of the video to find out who placed where in the bottom half of the order. We had the consolation race, the Bowl Brawl, and since the teams kind of bounced in the finish gates, I wasn't exactly sure who finished where. But after reviewing the tape, I found that Team Transparent won. That means they finished 9th, followed by the Grayscales, Icers, Team Moonglow, Team Neon, the Orators, and as we've seen so many times before, our bottom 2 spots going to the Crimson Crusaders, and for the 4th time, Strawberry Streamers finished dead last. They cannot win the Algolympics, neither can the Crimson Crusaders. They are mathematically eliminated from contention. And Team Neon is now also on the bubble, because with only 3 points, they jump to 69, and if our championship leader finishes better than 8th, Team Neon will not win these Algolympics either. A bit of a surprise since they started out fairly well. Now it's time to take a look at the matchups for the quarter-final round. Alright, here they are. The teams have been randomized since that first preliminary round, so they're not facing the competitor that advanced out of the heat directly next to them. They have been mixed around, so they face different opponents. And our 4 heats are going to be Azure Royals versus Ultraviolets, Black Knights versus the Brownies, Jack's Jokers versus the Fireballs, and Yellowfellas versus the Mintergreens. Of course, Azure Royals are our championship leaders, and Mintergreens are second, the other team that can challenge. And other than them and the Fireballs, all the other teams are bottom half teams. Ultraviolets in 14th need this the most, and it would have to be a pretty big upset if they can advance, because they would have to knock out our championship leaders. So that should be an interesting match. We also have 13th place Black Knights, 12th place Brownies, 10th is Yellowfellas, and 9th is Jack's Jokers. So a lot of the bottom half teams have an opening, maybe, if Azure Royals are eliminated here. But they do have a small opening right now. It could get bigger if our front runners are eliminated. Now it's time for our first quarterfinal heat. Azure Royals versus Ultraviolets, 1st versus 14th. Will it be a leader winning, or will it be an upset? Let's find out. Alright, the Azure Royals and the Ultraviolets are in the starting gates. The goal, of course, is to go down the ramp and to land in the colored bowl on the opposite side. They're color coordinated, purple to purple, blue to blue. Let's find out who will advance here. Will it be a winner, or will it be an upset? Let's see. 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, pretty slow starts for these teams. They pick up speed going down the ramp. Ultraviolet's beginning to spread out a little bit. Azure Royals keeping lockstep going down here. What will it mean, though? Let's see. Here's the collision. They kind of plow the entire team into one another. And so far, it's not looking good for the Azure Royals. And actually, regardless of what this last marble does, and it goes to the left, that's good. But this is going to be an upset. Alright, I said, was it going to be a winner or an upset? And we have our answer here. The Ultraviolets have upset our championship leaders, Azure Royals, in a 3-1 victory. The Ultraviolets are our first semi-final team. That's a sigh of relief for them, because they have to finish on the podium, or else they are mathematically eliminated. But it's also a sigh of relief from a lot of the other teams, knowing that our championship leaders are going to get a maximum of 11 now. If they had advanced, they would have gotten a minimum of 12. So, Azure Royals are knocked out in a big upset by the Ultraviolets. Now it's time for heat number 2, Brownies versus the Black Knights. Alright, like I said a second ago, these are 2 of the teams that probably have just breathed a sigh of relief. Black Knights sitting in 13th have to advance here if they want to stay in contention. Brownies currently are still in contention, 1 spot above the Black Knights, but a win here would definitely help their chances of winning. Let's find out who will advance in 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, the second spot in the semifinals is up for grabs here. Brownies staying lockstep going down. They're very tight-knit, but now they start to spread out. Black Knights are pretty far ahead. Here we go. Black Knights are going to be the first ones to arrive, but they go in the wrong bowl. And what's this going to mean? So far, the Black Knights haven't landed anything. They land one, but it's not going to be enough. The Black Knights are, I believe, eliminated from contention here. They will not advance. Their max is now 11. And, okay, so it's going to be very close. The Black Knights, if they finish 5th, then they kind of still will be in contention, but only if the Azure Royals finish 8th. So, Black Knights are eliminated in a 2-1 victory. The Brownies are advancing to the semifinals. Now it's time for our third quarterfinal matchup, Fireballs versus Jack's Jokers. Alright, here we have them. Fireballs starting on the left, Jack's Jokers starting on the right. This is the 5th place team versus the 9th place team. And Jack's Jokers did knock out Team Transparent, which was sitting in 4th in the first round. How will they fare here? 3, 2, 1, now. Now, Fireballs have 1 silver and 1 bronze so far, sitting in 5th, but it's pretty close. They're only a couple points behind the teams going all the way up to 3rd. And let's see here, we're getting close to the collision point. Fireballs are going to collide first. Actually looks pretty good for the Fireballs so far. They have 1, 2 in, Jack's Jokers has 1, and now I think it's going to stay that way. We're going to pause it. Let's zoom in. We see the colors are very similar. You're going to have to kind of squint here, but we have 2 red marbles in the red bowl versus only 1 magenta marble in the magenta bowl. That means this is going to be a victory for the Fireballs. The favorite, I guess you could say favorite in this race, but the one that's higher in the ranking is going to advance. Fireballs knock out Jack's Jokers in heat number 3. Now it's time for our 4th and final matchup. Yellowfellas versus our 2nd place team, the Mintergreens. Alright, Yellowfellas and Mintergreens in the starting gates. Yellowfellas sitting in 10th, Mintergreens in 2nd, and since the Azure Royals did not advance, this is an opportunity for the Mintergreens to perhaps take the lead in the overall standings going into event number 11. 3, 2, 1, go. Like I said, with the Yellowfellas sitting in 10th with only 1 bronze, it would be very important to them to advance here. They've gotten 6th, 5th, 4th in the past 2 events. Some good finishes, but no medals. Here we go. They're going to be the first ones to arrive. And so far, they're in the lead. Yellowfellas have 2 marbles. Mintergreens are still on the course. But in the event of a tie, remember, the first team that finishes completely will advance. It's not going to come into play here, though. It's going to be a win for the Yellowfellas. Take a look at this. We got 2 Yellowfellas in the yellow bowl, only 1 mint green marble in the mint green bowl, and that means the Yellowfellas are going to advance to the next round. They are our final semifinal team, and that's an upset. Once again, Mintergreens are not going to advance, and the Azure Royals look like they're going to maintain their lead in the overall standings. Now it's time for the consolation round for the 4 teams that were eliminated here. Alright, here we are back at the Bowl Brawl. Mintergreens, Jack's Jokers, Black Knights, and Azure Royals fighting for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And here we go. If the Azure Royals are better than 8th, Black Knights and Team Neon are eliminated. Black Knights off to a quick start, and also if Black Knights do not win here, they are also eliminated. Jack's Jokers trying to move in, Mintergreens trying to gain points. You're going to zoom out a little bit. Mintergreens taking the lead. They keep switching back and forth. Now Black Knights have it again. Azure Royals right behind. This could be a big moment here. Azure Royals about to finish this race. Will they? They will. Azure Royals finish 5th, Jack's Jokers 6th, and it's going to be 7th for the Mintergreens. Black Knights nudged away at the end. We have our results. Azure Royals, Jack's Jokers, Mintergreens, then the Black Knights. Team Neon and the Black Knights are eliminated. Now it's time for the semifinals. Alright, here we are, Ultraviolets versus the Yellowfellas. Once again, the teams have been switched and randomized, and once again, the pressure is on the Ultraviolets, because with the Azure Royals finishing 5th, we now know that if the Ultraviolets do not get at least silver, that they are eliminated. Alright, it's time to find out who will advance to the final. 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, beginning their traverse down this course. Yellowfellow's a bit quicker out of the starting gates, but as we've seen before, that doesn't always matter. They are a lot tighter of a formation, though. That sometimes does help. Here we go, getting down to the wire here. It's do or die for the Ultraviolets. So far, they're doing pretty well. And at this point, it's not going to matter. Yellowfellas are going to get nothing. Yellowfellas are eliminated here. This is our very first blank. Not a single marble gets where it needs to for the Yellowfellas, and the Ultraviolets can still win the Algolympics. They are going to be our first finalists. In a 2-0 defeat, Yellowfellas go to the bronze final, Ultraviolets go to the final. But who will face them? It's time to see in semifinal match B. Alright, here we have semifinal match B, Brownies versus the Fireballs. One spot left in the final, the other goes to the bronze final. 3, 2, 1, go. Now, Brownies are sitting in 12th, Fireballs in 5th. Brownies have 1 gold, Fireballs have 1 silver and a bronze. Brownies really spreading out here. I'm not sure if it's going to work for them. They're 2 by 2 as we come down. Fireballs are close-knit formation. Actually, it's not looking good for the Fireballs. So far, the Brownies are the last ones on the course that could work against them in the event of a tie. And actually, it's going to. Let's zoom in here. We have 1 brown in the brown compartment, 1 red in the red compartment. This is a tie. So as I just noted, the team that has all 4 down the chute first wins, and that is the Fireballs. In a close finish, the Brownies are eliminated. The Fireballs will face the Ultraviolets in the final. Now it's time for our bronze medal match. Alright, here we go. We have the Brownies and the Yellowfellas. Who will win bronze? It's time to find out in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, they're off in our bronze final. The Yellowfellas have come in 6th, 5th, 4th in the past 4 events, but no medals. They have 1 bronze so far. They're trying to add to it. Brownies once again spreading out. That formation does not seem to work for them. Here we go. They're going to collide. Yellowfellas have 1. Yellowfellas have 2. Brownies so far have none. And they only have 1 more running. And this is actually going to be another blank. And oh my goodness, this might be the biggest blank I've ever seen. It's going to be 4-0. Yellowfellas crush the Brownies. Yellowfellas are going to win bronze. Everyone went to the right. Brownies, none of them landed in their bowl. All of the Yellowfellas landed where they needed to. Yellowfellas have finally gotten another medal. They have gotten bronze. Now, Ultraviolets, Fireballs, who will win the gold? Alright, both teams in the starting gates. Ultraviolets can win the Marble Olympics, or the Algolympics now, pardon me. They are still in 14th, but they're definitely going to rise from that spot. Fireballs in 5th, trying to get into the top 3. Who will win gold? Let's find out in 3, 2, 1, go. Both these teams have worked incredibly hard. Fireballs have endured multiple ties. Ultraviolets have won each of their matches, well, except for the first one, where they tied Team Moonglow. Either way, Ultraviolets have been more dominant. Let's find out who wins. Here's the collision. And Fireball's going good. Ultraviolets not going good. Ultraviolets are going to miss this one. Fireball's going to the right. That's where they need to be. And the Fireballs have 1 gold in Event 10 Collision. 3 red in the red, 1 purple in the purple. Ultraviolets still hang on to silver, but the Fireballs have 1 gold. Alright, now let's look at our stats for this event and the final overall standings going into the final 2 events of these games. Alright, here are the event standings. Congratulations to the entire team of the Fireballs for getting gold, the Yellowfellas for getting bronze, and the Ultraviolets for staying in contention, getting their very first medal. It's a silver. Azure Royals back in 5th, Brownies just missing the podium in 4th. Minter Greens did not gain anything on the Azure Royals. They finished 6th. Raiders down in 14th. They're probably going to fall. And Team Neon, Black Knights, Crimson Crusaders, and Strawberry Streamers are eliminated. They will not win the Algolympics. It's time to see our overall standings with only 2 events to go. Alright, now we have the overall standings. After this event, 12 of our 16 teams can still win the Algolympics. Ultraviolets jump up to 12th. These bottom teams in the red cannot. Azure Royals are being tracked down now by Fireballs, who are in 2nd now with 118. Raiders slip to 5th. Team Moonglow somehow remains in 6th place. Jack's Joker's back into the top half. And Yellowfellow's still in 10th, but they are a lot closer now. Original Marble Olympics idea to Jelly's Marble Runs. Stay tuned for the next event, Team Pursuit. If you want to see the rest, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.